So we have someone who has lived as close to this life as anyone could. You were the coach of the Jets. You were the coach under Woody Johnson. You understand the market and everything else. Why do you think it happened this week, and what's your reaction to it?
Well, first off, I'll say I'm surprised that it happened, week 5 or whatever. Because Woody Johnson, that's not his history. Woody had
never done it in season.
Had never done it. He's a guy that has the season play out, then he makes his decisions. But, Adam, your point now, this is the first time I've heard that obviously there were some considerations earlier and all that type of stuff. So I get it. One thing I know about Woody Johnson, this guy wants to win, okay? There's no ands or buts about it. He gets criticized on it. No, I've been there. There's a lot of good people in that organization. He wants to win. I think the point he's trying to prove to his team is like, look, no, this is not acceptable. And we can't fire everybody. So I'm going to fire this guy right here, and we better get better, or there's going to be more. There'll be coaches out the door. There's going to be, I'm sure, GM out the door and players out the door. So you better get it fixed. There's no reason this team shouldn't win, the talent. In fact, talking to Robert, he knows his team's going to win. He feels his team's ready to win, okay? And that's what hurts Saleh probably the most, is the fact that he knows what's down the road. This division is this is the time you want to be in this division.
Right.
Miami's struggling out. Obviously, New England is awful right now, turning to a rookie quarterback. And you got Buffalo's not close to what they've been in the past. This is the time. You have Aaron Rodgers. It's time to win it right now. And I think Woody figures, I'm going to make this move. And another thing it does, guys, it gives you another throw at it. That you don't like the head coach, whatever, this gives you another throw. This guy has an opportunity, as an interim coach, has an opportunity to be the head coach moving forward if they get to where Woody Johnson and company wants them to go.
Aaron said, we win, we're great, we lose, we're the same old Jets. Well, decisions like this by the owner make you the same old Jets, okay? Because I've heard you all week, Greeny, the last 2 weeks talking about Robert Saleh saying he was a bad coach, all right? I disagree with you. He isn't a bad coach. He was a coach, I believe, that was learning on the job, okay? He was a coach that dealt with a young quarterback in Zach Wilson, got him through that, and then Aaron Rodgers popping his Achilles, getting him through that, and now this week, okay? This week getting fired because, in my opinion, I think this was a knee-jerk reaction. I don't think he should have been hired because I think he's a good coach because he was just about to do things, head coaching things. He should have been hired or fired? He should not have been fired, okay. Robert Saleh, okay? Because he was trying to do head coaching things. He wanted to demote Nathaniel Hackett and take the play calling away, which is ironically exactly what Aaron Rodgers was asking him to do, is to provide accountability. You remember the cadence quote? Yeah. Okay, and then maybe you got to make somebody be accountable. Well, let's make the offensive coordinator be accountable. Robert Saleh was going to go in. He wanted that. Finally, he said, that's enough. You've had it your way. I'm going to take away play calling from Nathaniel Hackett, and that's where we're going to go. That's a head coach. That's learning to be a head coach. I think you guys had your guy. I think you had your guy because finally he was, instead of Aaron Rodgers, he was going to flip these quotation marks to the middle finger. Okay, like, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're Aaron Rodgers. This is my team. I'm taking it back. And imagine, we as players, if we were in that team meeting room and Saleh walked in there and he says, fellas, we're going to make a change. Hackett is no longer the offensive play caller.
Yes!
Thank you. All right, finally, coach, be a head coach, do your job, take control of the team. If that's what he was trying to do, then you made a bad decision because you just lost a good head coach.
Should Hackett still be in the building?
Hackett should not even be there, okay? There's no demotion. Can you imagine the meeting room, all right, when you have Downing, the new offensive play caller, and then Hackett's over here?
They're good friends.
Bro, I don't care. You got to go because you're a distraction to the offensive players. Okay, all right, now it's you. Yeah, you're calling the plays, but you're right here, and you're Aaron Rodgers' best friend. It's a mess. It's a mess. Get rid of Hackett. Escort him with security out the building. Okay, that's what needs to happen because that's what the fresh start is about here. And that's what good head coaches would have done. And I believe that's what Robert Saleh was going to do. You let a good one go.
Well, everybody's, sitting here wondering, with Todd Downing, well, what is it going to look like tomorrow night?
You know, I can only go off what the last time I saw Todd Downing as an offensive coordinator is back when King Henry, his last couple of years with the Tennessee Titans, where they were heavy run, not so good in the passing game. So with everything that's going on, I expect to see more of Allen and Breece Hall, and with a little bit of motion and being able to get this young Wilson involved. With all this talk that is going on, it's up to Aaron Rodgers. It's up to Aaron Rodgers. You can't move the head coach. You can't move the offensive coordinator. Yes, Jeff Ulbrich is the new interim head coach, but he's a defensive guy. Adam, you just talked about their inability to do what? Score. One of the first topics you talked about was their inability.
30-second enough.
All right, then. The defense, Rex, the defense can only do so much. Reed and Sauce Gardner can only do so much over there, Greeny. It's up to Aaron Rodgers, Todd Downing, to get this offense moving in the right direction, and it's going to start and stop with Aaron Rodgers, regardless of what people say.
I just think it's funny because, you know, when you're immediately, well, the defense or whatever, no, you're a head coach. That's your football team, all right? This guy's record, Albricht's record, is 0-0. He has a chance to take a team into the playoffs now and keep this job. It doesn't matter offense or defense. It's your team. You're in charge of the entire football team. And when you're 32nd and something, it's probably not the best thing to be in, okay? I will say this. It's so funny because immediately all this organization stinks. No, it doesn't.
No.
No, it doesn't. And I'm going to tell you, number one, he has never done that before. Fired a guy. He actually gives you a chance to coach. Most guys fire a coach after 1 year. That first year was absolutely horrendous. And he stayed with this guy. All right? This is an organization. This man generally gives you a chance. I'm surprised by the move. I am surprised by it. Okay? The timing of it. I'm not surprised he moved on from the head coach, but I'm surprised the timing of it. But I'm telling you right now, this team has an opportunity. Mosh, you hit it right on the head. Run the damn football. Breece Hall is one of the best backs in football, and so is Allen.
You got a young, yes.
Let's get after it.
Right.
Run the football. Quit throwing the ball 100 times in 2 games and driving rainstorms.